Welcome back. 52 troops from the 1st Royal Pacific Islands Regiment at Tarama outside Port Moresby are taking part in exercise Koa Moana with members of the US Marine. It's the first time for the Papua New Guinea Defence Force to be taking part in some training with the US Marine. The exercise started on Sunday and is aimed at improving interoperability between troops from both countries. Rebecca Passingan reports.
The exercise entered its second day with the troops focusing on airborne training. It's the first time the U.S. Marines are engaged in training with the PNGDF and a first-time visit for many of the members of the U.S. Marine.
When I say airborne training, it's all to do with building clearance, the way we conduct our business by walking. We're not just walking, it's a bit of a tactical patrolling along the streets and then also clearing buildings.
This afternoon's training covered combat medic.
Tuesday will be the range practice, and on Wednesday will be the bit of a walk along the OAS corner, because I think they have a big interest in their ancestors. I mean their counterparts which fought during the World War II. So Wednesday will be that, and on Thursday will be the closing remarks.
And it's a whole new experience also for members of the PNGDF.
Big blast step straight like sim no train on them all US Marines, because we are talking US here, so kind of same big blast trail. Training is much more advanced.
First Lieutenant Ian Cameron from the US Marine says there have been great exchanges of ideas.
Well, the whole reason why we're here is to build that interoperability with the PNGDF. So us coming here, we're able to get with our counterparts, plan together, learn on how they work. So this training exercise is going to set up training exercises in the future as we learn how to work with each other.
Rebecca Passingan, NBC National News, Port Moresby.
The freedom to preach and practice religious beliefs in the country has been commended by the principal pastor for the revival centres of Papua New Guinea. Pastor Godfrey Whippen says the country needs to strengthen such as freedom to allow for future prosperity. He said developed countries face many problems, and this can be attributed to the loss of faith in the Word of God.
Our constitution, which we now have and follow, democracy, democratic principles, freedom to preach the gospel, freedom to attend churches, worship God, and all this, But you go to Australia and you go to Western world, no more. No such thing as freedom to preach the gospel. They're busy selling and buying and trading and all these things, but nothing about God and His head.
Hundreds of people living at 8 Mile settlements in Port Moresby will now have access to a fresh water supply after many years. A groundbreaking ceremony was held today with the launch of the 2.7 million Kina water project. The project is a commitment by Moresby Northeast MP Labi Amayu to have people in his district have access to this basic service. Raymond Guineal reports.
The groundbreaking ceremony marked the beginning of the water project, which will kick-start at the 8 Mile settlement in Port Moresby, starting off next week. It was an exciting moment for the settlers who turned out in numbers to witness the occasion. The project is at the cost of 2.7 million Kina, which was totally funded by the Office of the Northeast MP.
I'll give him a dead long me long, carry him this long walk. So me ask him member minister and me talking me or some go ahead long groundbreaking ceremony. So that's why now me believe him long here now. Thank you. Okay. Me kiss him house long and I start here. Remember I found him 2.7 million. Remember go lo finish him long this project go now last block.
Also, the launching of the project followed a commitment made by Prime Minister Peter O'Neill when he visited the settlement in November last year. The settlers were pleased with the project and thanked the government for the commitment it made to ensure such important service is delivered to them. Chairman of the water vetting committees assured the government that they will look after the project and ensure the water bills are consistently paid to Errano.
Mibla, make sure that when service you got to become inside here, we will take care of it. Make it as our business.
The school kids were also taking part in the event.
I love vodka. Wet and cold. Wet and cold. What's in drinking water? What's in drinking water? That is good.
Raymond Guineo, NBC National News, Port Moresby.
Police in Port Moresby and the Central Province are undergoing a refresher training on the use of firearms. The training is being conducted at the Bomana Police Training College. College Commandant Peron Dranau said this training is important at this time when the force is under fire over allegations relating to rules of engagement. Bradley Gregory reports.
It's back to school, back to basics. Senior police officers from Port Moresby and the nearby Central Province are attending a week-long refresher training on the science and laws on the use of firearms.
What is firearm? You don't think about consequences. Firearm itself is one of the dangerous equipment police use. It is there for a purpose, with good intention, to ensure that we do our job properly, protect life and properties if need be. But at the same time, its application is important as well.
The training is timely. It comes at a time when the police force is under the spotlight over various alleged public incidents involving the use of firearms.
We don't want to see future allegation on illegal use of force. So that's the main reason we're conducting this one-week firearm refresher training.
Bomana Police Training College Commandant Chief Superintendent Pero Endrano says the police exist for the safety of the public and urged that they all work together.
My view is to our policemen. First of all, never expose firearm when it's not necessary. Public would only accept the firearm in public when there's need to. So it goes both ways. It's a public to accept that yes, police will always be armed for their protection, but at the same time, it's police. Are you trained to use it? And when training comes in play here, is that one of the purpose of the training is to ensure that you don't expose firearm unnecessarily.
Bradley Gregory, NBC National News, Port Moresby.
Stay with us on NBC National News.